Introduction. The word drainage system is used for the systematic pattern of rivers. While observing the physiography of India, it is seen that one main river along with its tributaries come from different directions and merge into a single river. The water of these rivers is emptied into a water reservoir, sea, or a desert. Thus, when a river flows through its system in any area, it is called a river basin. When a mountain or an upland separates the flow of water from one another, it is called water divide. Like to know. River Amazon has the largest river basin in the world. Ganga has the largest river basin in India. Drainage system of India. The drainage system of India follows its physiography. Accordingly, the drainage system of India is divided into two parts. 1. Himalayan rivers. 2. Peninsular rivers. Rivers of India are divided into two zones according to the physical features. Due to this, a large difference is seen among the Himalayan and peninsular rivers. Himalayan rivers contain water throughout the year. These rivers are perennial because of the increase in water volume due to heavy rain during monsoon and due to the melting of snow during summer. Two major rivers of Himalaya, Sindhu and Brahmaputra, originate in the northern part of this mountain system. These rivers have cut deep gorges by cutting the mountains. Himalayan rivers cross a long way from its origin to the sea. Three stages of a river system. 1. Upper course. 2. Middle course. 3. Lower course. When a river starts from mountainous region, it causes intense erosion. It carries huge volume of sand and sediments along with it. Its flow decreases in its middle and lower course. Meanders are seen here. Due to these meanderings and the impact of floods, a lake is formed in the shape of animal's hoof. Near its delta, a river is divided into many tributaries. This divided area turns into a very fertile plain in a triangle shape. This is called delta. Peninsular rivers are seasonal because these are dependent on rainwater. During dry season, their flow is either reduced or is totally stopped. Compared to the Himalayan rivers, their length is also less and are also shallow. Due to the physiography and the slopes of the mountains, most of the peninsular rivers originate in the Western Ghats, flow eastwards and meet Bay of Bengal. Western Ghats serve as a major water divide for the peninsular rivers. Like to know. Arrangement of river pattern. The river system of main river and its tributaries is seen as follows. A. Dendritic pattern. When the arrangement of a river and its tributaries make a shape of the branches of a tree, it is called dendritic pattern. Example, Ganga. B. Trellis pattern. Streams starting from mountainous region meet one another. Due to the slopes, they make a net-like shape. It is called trellis pattern. Example, many streams from Himalayan region. C. Rectangular pattern. When the main river and its tributaries meet at right angles, it develops rectangular pattern. Mostly, rivers flowing through rift valleys form such river system. Example, Narmada. D. Radial pattern. When streams flow out in all directions from a mountain, this type of river system is formed. Example, rivers of Saurashtra. One. Himalayan rivers. Sindhu, Ganga and Brahmaputra are major rivers originating in the Himalayas. These rivers are long and many tributaries meet them. When a large river and her many tributaries meet, they form a shape which is called system. Sindhu or Indus River System. River Sindhu emerges from near Mansarovar in Tibet. First, it flows to north and then turns westwards. There it enters Ladakh district of Jammu Kashmir. It has formed many inaccessible gorges. Rivers Zaskar, Nubara, Shok and Hansa meet her. Sutlej, Bias, Ravi and Jhelum are her main tributaries. These 5 rivers meet River Sindhu near Mithankot in Pakistan. The combined flow of all these rivers ultimately flows southwards and meets the Arabian Sea. These rivers flow at a slower speed in the plain. About 1/3 of its basin falls in the mountainous region of Jammu Kashmir. Like to know. River Sindhu is 2,900 kilometers long. In 1960, a treaty was signed with Pakistan regarding the distribution of the water of Sindhu River. Accordingly, India can use only 20% of its water. Irrigation has been possible in Punjab, Haryana and southwestern parts of Rajasthan by harnessing the waters of Sutlej, Ravi and Bias rivers. Ganga River System. Rivers Bhagirathi and Alaknanda emerging from the Gangotri area in Himalayas merge with each other near Devprayag, Uttarakhand. Ganga leaves the mountainous terrain and enters plains near Haridwar. Many Himalayan rivers meet Ganga. Among them, Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi are major rivers. Yamuna emerges from Yamunotri in Himalayas. Flowing to the right side of Ganga, it merges with Ganga near Allahabad. The source of Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi rivers lies in Nepal. Hence, the northern plain experiences flood disasters every year. There is a heavy loss of lives and property in some areas, yet India has been able to attain prosperity in agriculture through the fertile plains formed by these rivers. Few rivers like Chambal, Betwa originate in peninsular plateau and meet Yamuna. Son River meets Ganga. These rivers originate in semi-arid area. Their flow length is shorter and have limited volume of water. The combined flow of the rivers from north and south is divided ahead into 2 branches. One branch enters Bangladesh and is known there as Padma. Another branch is known as Bhagirathi Hooghly in West Bengal. Finally, these 2 branches meet the Bay of Bengal. The flow of Ganga, which is known as Padma in Bangladesh, merges there with Brahmaputra river and their combined flow is called Meghna. The Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is the most fertile delta and is known as Sundarban. Like to know. The delta region of Ganga is called Sundarban because the trees known as Sundari grow in large number here. Sundarban delta is more famous as mangrove forests. Total length of Ganga exceeds 2,500 kilometers. Ambala city works as a water divide between Ganga and Sindhu rivers. Ambala to Sundarban is about 1,800 kilometers, but the slope is very gentle. Ambala is at an altitude of 300 meters from sea level, while Sundarban is at sea level. Considering this, the slope happens to be less than 1 meter for every 6 kilometers, so there are many meanders in this river. Brahmaputra River System. River Brahmaputra originates near Mansarovar in Tibet. Its source is near the place of origin of rivers Sindhu and Satluj. Most of its flow is outside India. This river flows in the east parallel to Himalayan mountain system. Near Namcha Barwa, it takes a U-shaped turn and enters Arunachal Pradesh. Here it is known as Dihang. This river with Lohit and Kenulya tributaries is collectively known as Brahmaputra in Assam. Like to know. Brahmaputra is the only river having a masculine pronoun and is about 2,900 kilometers long. Brahmaputra is known as Sangpo in Tibet and as Jamuna in Bangladesh. Majuli, an island in Brahmaputra, is the largest riverine island in the world. There is less of sedimentation in this river in Tibet. In India, the river passes through regions of heavy rainfall. So further down there is more of water mass as well as sediments. Many tributaries meet this river in Assam. Thus, river Brahmaputra flows in a braided form. Every year, there is a huge increase in its water as it overflows during rainy season. As a result, devastating floods often occur in Assam and Bangladesh. There is a contrast in this river compared to other rivers of North India. Due to heavy rains in Assam during monsoon, there is a huge deposition. The increasing level of sand in this river brings its bed higher. So there are frequent changes in the course of the river. 2. Peninsular rivers. Western Ghats is considered to be the main water divide for peninsular rivers. Major rivers of the peninsula are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc. All these rivers flow eastwards and meet the Bay of Bengal. Many rivers flow to the west of Western Ghats. Large rivers like Narmada and Tapi flow from east to west and meet the Arabian Sea in the west. Narmada Basin. Narmada originates near Amarkantak Plateau in Madhya Pradesh. It flows westward in a rift valley. It flows through a rocky terrain of marbles near Jabalpur and flows faster due to slope. The Dhuadhar Falls are located here. Tributaries of this river do not have longer flow. Most of the rivers meet at right angles. Its basin area is spread over Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Narmada is about 1,312 kilometers long. Tapi Basin. Satpura Ranges are located in Madhya Pradesh. Tapi River originates in Betul district. It flows in a rift valley parallel to Narmada and meets Arabian Sea. It has an extensive basin in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Coastal plain between Arabian Sea and Western Ghats is very narrow. So the rivers have a shorter flow. Major rivers flowing westward have shorter course. Major rivers flowing westward are Sabarmati and Mahi or Mahi Sagar. Tapi is almost 724 kilometers long. Godavari Basin. This is the largest of the peninsular rivers. It starts from the slopes of Western Ghats near Nasik in Maharashtra. It is about 1,465 kilometers long. It flows to the east and meets Bay of Bengal. It has the largest basin among the peninsular rivers. About 50% of its basin lies in Maharashtra, and the rest is in Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Many tributaries meet Godavari. Among them, Purna, Vardha, Pranhita, Manjara, Vainganga and Penganga are major rivers. Godavari has a longer flow and a large basin, so it is also known as Ganga of South. Mahanadi originates in the mountainous area of Chhattisgarh. It flows through Orissa and meets Bay of Bengal. It is about 860 kilometers long and has a basin spread in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Orissa. Krishna Basin. It originates near Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. It is about 1,400 kilometers long. Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghatprabha, Musi and Bhima are her major tributaries. Its basin extends in Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Kaveri Basin. It has its origin in the Brahmagiri range in Western Ghats and is about 760 kilometers long. Amravati, Bhavani, Hemvati and Kalini are her major tributaries. Its basin extends in Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It meets the Bay of Bengal to the south of Kudalore in Tamil Nadu. There are other smaller rivers which flow eastwards and meet Bay of Bengal. These rivers include Damodar, Brahmani, Vaitarni and Suvarnarekha. Like to know. Hydrosphere exists over about 71% on the Earth's surface. About 97% of it is saline water. Only 3% water is available as fresh water. 1/4 of its portion is in the form of ice. Lakes. There are many lakes in India. Freshwater lakes are found more in the Himalayan region. Most of the lakes contain water during rainy season. In Kashmir, glacial lakes are formed. A few lakes are formed due to wind, rivers and human actions. In rivers having many meanders, oxbow lakes are formed. Sea tides have created lagoon lakes. Chilka, Koleru and Pulikat are examples of this type of lakes. Sambhar Lake in Rajasthan is a saline lake and salt is produced from it. Himalaya has many freshwater lakes which are formed due to glacial action. Water was filled in the depressions which led to the formation of lakes. Beautiful lakes are formed here due to melting of snow. Wular Lake in Kashmir has a tectonic origin. Other freshwater lakes of this area are Dal, Bhimtal, Loktal and Bada Pani. Importance of lakes. Lakes are useful to man in many ways. Some rivers have originated from lakes. In the regions which have more rain, more water can be accumulated in the lakes. The accumulated water can be utilized for irrigation and other purposes. The stored water can also be used during drought. Reservoirs and lakes formed due to dam are useful for generating hydel power. Few lakes enhance the natural beauty. Hence, such lakes have been developed as tourist spots. Lakes are also important for fishery and as tourist resorts. Economic importance of rivers. Rivers have remained most important during human history. Rivers are the natural resource of water. These are very much important for many human activities. It has satisfied basic need of man. Agriculture and industries have developed due to rivers. Ancient civilizations also flourished along rivers. Major cities have developed along the river banks. Example, Delhi, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Bharuch, Surat, etc. River is considered to be the base for an agrarian country like India. In recent times, river water is utilized for drinking, irrigation, hydel power and for navigation. River pollution. River water is used more in domestic activities, agriculture and in industrial production. We know the river's Lokmata, consider it to be very holy, and yet we release industrial effluents in the rivers. The sewage water is dumped into the river near the city. Besides, we also throw solid waste in the river. As a result, the river water is polluted. Thus, water pollution increases due to industrialization and urbanization. Pollution of river water has become our national problem. Government is putting in special efforts to prevent river pollution. At this stage, public participation is equally expected along with the government's efforts. Measures to prevent water pollution. Rules to prevent water pollution should be implemented very strictly. Water purification projects must be implemented through National River Conservation Project. Strict rules should be formed to prevent industrial units from releasing industrial effluents in the rivers. Industrial units should filter harmful contents from the chemical effluents before releasing them in the river. In order to keep the river water clean, every citizen should take care not to mix up the domestic waste into the river. Like to know. NRCP, National River Conservation Project. National River Conservation Project was introduced at the second stage of Ganga River purification.